Hey guys, it's Eric.
And Adam.
And today is McBaby Monday. McBaby Monday. It's McBaby Monday. Hi everybody, welcome to McBaby Monday. Shout out to Laureen for winning Melody Festivalen.
Yeah,
Woo!
Our favorite one. Yeah.
So exciting. She's going on to Eurovision and she's going to kick some butt. She's already in a lot of people's first place in Eurovision, so we're pretty excited. But anyway, moving on. Today's topic is all about our girls and their 5th year checkup.
Yeah.
Granted, it's been 4 months since their 5th birthday, but the way everything has been working the past couple years, we've slowly gotten a little later for their checkup. So, especially with the move last year, but 2 years ago, the move to a year and a half ago, whatever. You know what I mean.
We did technically have a move as far as like pediatrician.
Yeah. So
there was that.
Well, it was the job change too, and in that insurance changed, so then we had to find a new person, and with the move we had to find a new person, and so when you call in your new person going to that pediatrician, your appointment's like months out. So with those, anyway, we are a couple months.
Yeah, we were like, when's your next availability? They're like 4 months from now.
Yeah.
But we were like sick a bunch in November and December. And then I was sick in January and February. So it was actually ideal that it was not until recently. But yeah, so that is what today's video is all about. If our girls are healthy, how the appointment went, all that stuff. So
yeah, we couldn't film a lot. We started to film when we came in, and the nurse was like, "No filming in here." We're like, well, "Okay, this is the first time we've ever been told not to film in, because we've always filmed and they've always allowed us to, except for this one time, which I felt was interesting."
Yeah,
so,
they have secrets.
Right. I mean, we never film when the doctor is actually doing the checkup, but, you know, during, like, the wait and, like, them just experiencing things.
Hi, welcome, and hello, good morning. It's like 8 a.m. and just woke up. I did fit in a shower though, so at least I'm clean. So you might have just seen some footage of us on our way to doctor's appointment. But that was a month ago because Daddy had the dates wrong. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Daddy had the dates wrong and we went a month early. So today is actually the correct day and we are on our way to do our checkup. Yeah, we're hoping that everything looks good. We're going to see how healthy our kids are. So here we go. Here we go. I love your... Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Look at that.
It's not pajamas. It's just for her to check my body. I want to see what it is. Healthy or bad?
I think you're going to be healthy.
I'm just waiting for her. Because patient is patient. Patient and patient.
Exactly. Did you do an eye test?
No.
Yes.
And she checked my blood pressure. And she even checked my ears.
Your ears? Okay.
That was done, and now I'm just letting her check my tummy and my tongue to see my throat is good or bad.
Okay. And did you pass all your tests? Oh, awesome. That's great.
Also, the beef on both sides.
The beep on both sides? Yeah.
Like this side first and this side. I want to check the view.
Okay. Okay.
I spy my little eyes something green and orange.
This time around, they experienced a couple of things that were new, and one of which was the eye test, and the other one was the hearing test.
That's right. Because
all the years before, they either didn't do it, or when they asked, they didn't know their alphabet, like the letters enough, and their shapes enough to like see the things and then tell you what they're seeing.
And they got their blood pressure taken, which was new for them too. Yeah. Which I described to them before they got their blood pressure taken. I described it because they brought some of their
favorite
besties.
Stuffed animals, yeah.
Yeah, their favorite stuffed animals with them for just like moral support for the appointment. So I described the blood pressure thing as like getting a really big hug from Penguin or Dragon or Violet or Ariel, like just like squeezing your arm, and they were fine with it.
They were totally fine.
They also both did really well with the hearing test, which was like a whole headphones on the child, and then a beep would happen in one of the ears, and they would need to raise the hand of which ear the beep was happening in. And then the eye test, they both did great on, so they passed all the tests, which was great. The eye test, though, personally, I have
it was a little confusing.
I have
and
a
little
few
hard to
issues
see,
with,
but
because how they had the eye test, which is unlike any other eye test I've ever had. So like
it was on a camera, on a TV screen. First of all,
you would think that the eye tests would just have like the letters, and you
on
just say the letters, and there's like nothing around the letters. You know, it's just like letter. That's it. So for this eye test, it was a letter, a tiny letter, which like, okay, the size is just measuring if they can see that far, whatever. But the letter was also surrounded by,
it's so weird, lines
that went like this.
And it wasn't even a complete box.
No, it was like, there was like a break here, and a break here, break here, break here. I'm like,
there were no corners, but there were lines outside. So it made it a little more hard to see, personally. I definitely could not see them. I was like...
And it's like, what letter is that? I'm like, well, I'm
glad I wasn't taking the test because I would have failed.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm seeing like, kind of like a butterfly.
Right? It was more like a picture because of the lines.
Yeah, like this is a city landscape. I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, so, but the girls did fine. So they had all those tests, and then, also... So, as most of you may be aware, we have 2 kids, so multiples. And so for the appointments, they weren't able to be like back-to-back appointments. So we had one early in the morning, and then we had one like late morning. But there was like a couple hours in between.
It was only an hour.
Only an hour. And so during our first appointment, they were like, oh, does she have a sister? And we were like, yeah. They were like, oh, like next time you have an appointment, you can just bring them together. Like you can bring siblings in together and you don't need 2 appointments. And so Eric and I like looked at each other. We're like, okay, so the person that booked the appointment, why did they leave that bit of information out? Because
we booked it months in advance. So they had plenty of time to notice that there were 2 children with the same last name going basically one after another, to maybe call us and be like, hey, I noticed that you're an hour in between. Did you want to just come together? We can fit you in. And then, because the second time when we went with the second child, they were like, oh, it's going to be like a 30, like the doctor's running like 30 minutes behind. And I was like,
we're like, really?
Well, if we would have just come before,
we wouldn't have to do it. Yeah.
We would have gone all at the same time. But then they would have had that extra slot to make up for the time that they had lost.
They could have fit somebody else in.
Well,
so like that was just an annoyance from them for us. But yeah, we are happy to report that as far as like growing and all that stuff, they're both fine. They're both great. The doctor didn't comment anything on like, oh,
low percentage. Or...
Yeah. And they didn't comment anything on like malnourished or like they're too small for their age or they weigh too little or too much, like any of that. So it was just no concerns from the doctor, which is great. We did have a fun experience. So it might be a controversial thing for some people. I don't know, whatever. But we're pro-vaccines parents. The kids got shots, and one of them did really, really good, and like didn't really freak out much at all. And then the other child was the opposite. You know how we always talk about how they're like very individual and have their own like personalities, and they're always very different. Yeah, so they're just like taking that theme and running with it, like full guns ablaze.
Not because any different.
Like one was just like, oh, that didn't hurt. Oh no, this is fine. Okay, do the other one. The other one,
who had just watched that one
her
go
sister,
and was like, oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the second child to get their shots, I had to take the first one to get their shots with me outside and she was like, it is like so loud, it is crazy loud. Can we like, and I was like, oh, let's just.
And so I stayed in there and Adam took the other one out, and I was just like,
and I was like, let's just stand by this window. And she was like, no, go down the hall. We're too close. I can still hear it. Like,
oh my gosh.
The screaming was filling up the whole building, but she's perfectly fine. So
yeah, afterwards she was like, oh,
yeah,
that was okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's what we tried to tell you.
Which I think that is like a reoccurring thing for us as parents. I don't know if a lot of other parents witness this with their kids, but kids have a tendency to build up things in their head so much before said thing even happens. And it's just like, why do you do that to yourself? Like, trust the adults, trust your parents.
I'm like, we've never lied to you before. Yeah. Like,
so, but all in all, like, other than that fun little, like, horror movie scene, everything went great. They're fine now. They didn't even really have any reactions to the shots. So, yeah, it's great. Healthy
but
kids.
One refuses to remove her Band-Aids. Like, refuses. It's like been 4 days now. And 5 days.
Yep.
It's been 5 days and she still refuses. And we're like, and she's taken showers, like it's gotten wet and like it's so, and the other one just like peeled it off and was like, that wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, we're like, okay, it's up to you if you want to keep them on. But
at the same time, we're like, you should take that
time
off.
to take it off.
I mean, we said that after like the first day, second day. Like I've been like every day. I'm like, you sure you don't want to take it off? Because like if you leave it on, it's gonna like imprint into your skin and leave a tattoo. But then she's gonna be like, oh, Laureen has a song called Tattoo, so I want a tattoo. No. Just take off the Band-Aid.
About that.
Yeah, no.
But
so
other than that, they're great. They're healthy.
Which is always
moving
good for
along and whatever
yeah.
is the correct path that they deem okay for children. So that is their 5th year update, and they're amazing. They're still wonderful. They're so freaking cute and funny. I mean, the days go by and they're still like, they still make me laugh. Like every single day they do something completely different that it just is so funny. So
yeah, agreed. I feel like a lot of parents will say this about their kids, like, oh my gosh, I have the best kid ever, da-na-na-na-na, all that stuff.
Yep.
But I actually do think that we like, our kids are so like well behaved.
Yeah.
Which, oh my gosh,
Some people actually, they mention that too, which is really nice for them to say, but
they mention what? Oh, how well behaved. Yeah. We went over to a friend's house with the girls. I don't even remember when this was. Last weekend, maybe?
It was, yeah. Sunday.
And at one point, so our friends have a couple of kids and they had some other friends there. So it was kind of like a party situation, kind of. And one of ours goes into the kitchen where all the adults are. And she was like, oh, I'm going to clean the house because I love to clean and I'm going to wash my hands so I don't spread germs because I don't want to get anybody else sick and germs spread sickness. And then she's also like, I want to eat broccoli and vegetables. I want to be really healthy. Did you want pizza? No, I just want some more carrots and broccoli. I was like, you're making us look so good right now.
We're like,
thank you. So, but yeah, they're amazing. So yeah, that is today's video. And
thanks for joining us. Give us thumbs up. Yay!
And we will see you Friday. We have a special guest for Friday's video.
Oh yeah.
Which is, funnily enough, another kind of like 5-year tie-in situation. Yes, this week is all about 5 years. Yeah. So didn't plan that, but okay, yeah. So
and then next week we have a video going up that we're gonna update you on something that is going on with me that's somewhat serious. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing things this week. So we'll update you next week on that. Yeah, just let you know.
He'll be fine. You'll be okay. You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's a good thing in the grand scheme of things, but
I'm excited for you, but I know it's a little daunting and like scary, but
yeah. So join us for that. But we love you all. Thank you for being here. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
3. I almost blew a kiss. I'm like, when do we do that? Okay, yay.
That could be a new thing. 3.
Oh, who does it? No, Girls Aloud.
I thought you were talking about like.
And I'm fine. They do that. Yes. Oh, sorry.
I was giving you like Hunger Games.
Oh.
Don't they kiss? Or they just whistle?
I don't think they.
Cash Magicians.
Or maybe it's this. Who knows? Anyways, okay, 3.
Anyway, 3.